All right, guys. Hope you're doing well. We got thunderstorms continuing to pop up across the region. Showers, thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm watch until 4 o'clock in the morning, which is late. So we're going to be watching these for quite some time. But as of right now, we just have kind of strong storms. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings once you get out across northeastern parts of Oklahoma and then north of Tulsa over toward Ponca City, Pawnee, Eden, Oklahoma, but you can see most of the region except our northern counties, so Nevada, Fort Scott, Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha, Yates Center, not under the severe thunderstorm watch, but everybody else pretty much is as these storms continue to develop and have really been picking up in intensity very quickly. You can see this line from Stockton to Lamar, all the way back toward really the north side of the metro, Cherokee County, and then down through Nowata and also Craig County. So I see Melissa just asked, how's Joplin looking? It's going to get loud. It's going to get real loud here as we head into the overnight hours for us tonight. Now, the main threat with these storms is going to be very heavy amounts of rain, large hail already within this line. Now, let's freeze it here and we'll zoom in a bit. Already within this line here, we're getting a penny upwards to quarter size hail. So these storms are right below the severe limit, and they are going to cross into severe. So we are going to get some large hail, but you can see very heavy amounts of rain from Lamar and then the northwest side of the metro. I live in Webb, and I see a lot of lightning. All right, so let's switch over here. I'm actually kind of in Orinoco. I see a lot of lightning. I don't really hear any rain yet, but these are really going to increase. So let's take a tour. Let's see what's going on. So here's Stockton Lake. Pretty good storms there over toward Lamar. Now, real quickly, if you live north of this line, so Nevada, Fort Scott, Chanute, Iola, Yates Center, Fredonia, and Neodesha, you're not going to get any severe weather, but you are going to get some showers and thunderstorms in here as we go into the overnight hours. Amy's asking about Parsons. You will get some thunderstorms. You probably won't have to deal with much in the way of severe. Let's see. Whoa, that was intense. Jesus. I don't like lightning that much. All right, so let's take a tour, and then we'll talk about what's going to happen as we go through the overnight hours. That was a big lightning strike. So, yeah, we got storms in the Joplin metro. All right, so let's zoom in. Lamar, pretty intense, all the way to Jasper. Carthage, these are coming in. Joplin, you got a pretty good storm that is developing. This is pretty intense toward Asbury. So here's 171 heading up toward Pittsburgh. Again, these are creeping into the severe level. I don't think we have much of a tornado threat here. These are going to be some real intense wind gusts and, again, the hail, quarter size upwards to golf ball size hail as these storms continue to develop. These are going to get stronger over about the next hour or two, and then they'll start to trail off. You can see these extend back into Cherokee County, all the lightning bolts, but at least near the metro, the strongest is right around Asbury at this point in time. You can see the kind of magenta colors, so showing us very intense rain. All right, let's extend a little bit farther south. Baxter Springs, Miami, Commerce, all starting to get into the action. So if you live in northeastern Oklahoma, you will get the storms here in about the next 30 minutes or so. If you live south of I-44, you got to wait your turn. You're going to have to wait about an hour or two, but they'll come in pretty intense. Let's go a little bit farther west. Here's Montgomery County, Independence, Coffeyville, Cherryvale, all showers and thunderstorms, and then a pretty good severe thunderstorm moving into Washington County. So this is just to the west of Bartlesville, and then extends back into north central parts of Oklahoma toward Tulsa, and then another pretty good cluster near Ponca City. Let's switch this up here. Let's see if we're getting any hail in any of these storms yet. Let's take a look here. So I'm going to turn the lightning off, turn that off. Let's go down to hail. Okay, so we are starting to get some hail within some of these storms. And then I'll go through some comments here in just a second. All right, so it's not real big, but if we look kind of toward Asbury, so quarter-size hail. Let's look in Cherokee County, penny-size hail. Let's go back to Craig County. Mothball. What size is a mothball size hail? Mothball size hail. All right, so we are starting to get some hail within these storms as these continue to strengthen. Let's take that off. Let's go back here. There we go. Yeah, so these are getting a little bit more intense. All right. Let me zoom out here just a bit. So this band right here, so you can see a new severe thunderstorm warning pops up for Nowata County, Washington County. But this line through Cherokee County and through the metro, it will go severe here at some point because it keeps getting a little bit stronger. Let me see if I have anything new on these. Let me look here. Most of that line is really, winds are at about 50. So that's just below the severe limit. And then we're getting kind of penny to quarter-size hail. So that line's going to intensify into severe as we go through probably the next 15 to 20 minutes. But the line out across northeastern Oklahoma definitely is strengthening. All right. Kaylee says Asbury is rocking pretty good. A lot of people terrified of storms. I love thunderstorms, guys. I got struck by lightning when I was 12, so anytime I see a lightning bolt, it kind of freaks me out just a little bit. Okay, downstream area. Thunderstorms moving in. And again, these are strong to right at severe. Let's see. Amy says marble would be mothballs. Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's see. Carthage. Dustin wants to know about Carthage. Thunderstorms are really picking up over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Again, it's going to be very loud. Watch out for the hail, especially if your car's outside. I have a truck outside. John says lights flickering, low elm. Let's see. Justin, once this first line moves through, will it make work up our atmosphere? It'll work over our atmosphere, yes. A little bit. We're going to have periods of showers and thunderstorms. I do think our severe threat goes way down after about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we just get into just good old showers and thunderstorms. All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning. You can see this guy just popped up. So we were talking that this would go severe. So this is now southern parts of Barton County. This is Jasper County, Cherokee County. Let me get the specifics on it for you. Let me switch over here. Let me read up on it for you. Okay, what do we got here? So we got winds at about 65 and over quarter-size hail now for Jasper County, southern Barton, and Cherokee County. So this is a pretty good little thunderstorm. So this is going to drop some hail and also some very gusty winds. The rain has just started at my house. I'm going to close the blinds because I don't want my neighbors looking in at me. All right, let's look through a few comments here. Man, there's a lot of people got struck by lightning. Yes, I actually did get struck by lightning. I know. I was standing on a boat dock and it struck the dock and I was leaning against a metal pole. It is not something I'm very proud of. I was 12 years old and I hate lightning. All right, so let's go back here. Okay, severe thunderstorm watch, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's all the counties highlighted in orange. Yellow, severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see southern parts of Barton County, Jasper County, Cherokee County, and then once you get into northeastern Oklahoma, we got Nowata County, and then also Washington County. Look how fast this line has just exploded over the past hour or so. It's just really taken off. Now, most of these storms are going to be along and then eventually south of Interstate 44 as we go through the overnight hours tonight. But this is going to be a loud night. Now, again, if you live near Yates Center, Fredonia, Neodesha, Iola, Chanute, Fort Scott, Nevada, you're not going to get much. Most of this is going to be along and south of I-44, so really through the heart of the four-state area. All right, let's zoom into some of these guys, see what's going on. Nick is manning the station. So Nick Kelly, meteorologist Nick Kelly. Of course, it's the weekend. Let's see. And he's also doing YouTube. So, hey, so we have a pretty good severe weather event that's going to move in on Tuesday if the cap can break. We'll focus on that tomorrow and Tuesday. So when I'm at work and we have big severe weather events, we'll live stream on the KOAM YouTube. So you want to make sure you subscribe to that. Obviously, I'm off work, so I just like storms. So we're just out hanging out tonight. So that's why I'm on here. All right, let's zoom in some of these guys. So this line's getting pretty intense. Severe thunderstorm warning till 12:45. So these are all moving east at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. So if I zoom back a little bit, you can kind of see this line is coming together, but it's also intensifying at the same time. A lot of lightning, so very intense. So this is just to the west of Jasper now. Let's go into a little bit deeper. Oronogo, that's where I'm at. That probably hit my house. A lot of very heavy rains, a lot of thunder and lightning. Carthage, you're getting into it. Webb City, a little bit, kind of picking up just a bit. Most of us are pretty radar savvy here because we get so many storms, but just in case. So when you get the reds, the magenta, the oranges, you can see the blinking. This is the heavier amounts of rain. Yellow is kind of moderate rain. And then you can see out across southern parts of Cherokee County, you're starting to get some purple. So that's a pretty intense cell. Let's see what kind of hail we are getting in these guys. So let me switch over here. We're going to take off the lightning. We're going to take off the radar. And hail. Okay, so that northern part of the storm has some pretty good hail. So this is to the west of Jasper. Let's see what kind of size we're getting here. So quarter size. Okay. Let's go a little bit. I love that I can tap into the system from home. All right, so just to the west of Baxter, we're getting quarter size hail. Hey, the hail's going to increase a bit. I mean, I bet at some point we approach golf ball size hail for a lot of areas tonight. So that's a problem, obviously. All right, let me put lightning back on here. Let's zoom out. Okay, so this line continuing to intensify. Let's go back to the west. So Coffeyville south, so southern parts of Montgomery County. We're going into Nowata County. Very intense storm here, all the way back toward Bartlesville. And then this stretches all the way down just north of Tulsa. So even people who live in Tulsa, you're going to get into the action here in the next 30 minutes to an hour. And then these storms continue to develop back toward the west, a little bit farther west, Stillwater, Enid, Oklahoma. So this line continues to get going. It is going to pick up in intensity. Let me see if I got anything new for you here. I'm looking through some of your comments. Alexa says it just wrapped up in Carl Junction. Gabby's asking, what do I mean cell? So we call our thunderstorm cells. So, you can look at, cells you have in your body or atoms. So, they're little balls. So energy. So we call them thunderstorm cells. Lightning picking up a lot of areas. I just want to make sure that you guys know I'm glancing through your comments. All right, let's see. Let me make sure I don't have anything new here. Boy, it's pouring at my house. And I can hear a little bit of hail outside. It sounds like it's penny-sized hail. All right, so we still got severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like the most intense part of the storm now. Again, it's moving east at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. So just to the west of Jasper. So you see kind of the magenta color. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Webb City, Carl Junction, Oronogo, we're getting moderate to heavy rain. Some thunder and lightning. We are in the severe thunderstorm warning, but not the most intense part of the cell. Carthage, you are starting to pick up. So look at Joplin here. So really from Zora, so if you live in Joplin, Zora up to the airport, yeah, you're getting some thunder and lightning. It's not too bad. Carl Junction is going to pick up for you here pretty quickly. Galena, just to the west of Galena, north of Baxter Springs. That's pretty intense. We're getting some pretty large size hail just to the north of Baxter Springs. So this will all push into Joplin as we go through next 20 to 30 minutes. All right, let's go farther south and west. Chetopa, you can see that part of the cell has intensified. South of Oswego, Welch, Miami, Commerce. You still got a little bit of time. I bet if you live in Miami, you're going to see a lot of thunder and a lot of lightning out there at this time. Let's see. Carmen wants it to snow again. I'm kind of over the snow. I'm ready for spring here. We're going to have some more freezes, though. Let's see. This is a pretty intense line once you get back into northeastern Oklahoma. So Bartlesville, Nowata County, Craig County eventually. And then these extend north of Tulsa. Let's go back just a little bit. So let's put these in motion and kind of see where these storms are going. So the line's coming together. It's still intensifying, kind of rolling off toward the east at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. If you live in the metro, it's going to get real loud here over about the next hour or so. And then even behind this line that we had through the metro, we have this line back across northeastern Oklahoma, which is going to work in. So most of us are going to see storms. Now, if you live in our northern counties, Yates Center, Iola, Fort Scott, Pleasanton, Butler, Rich Hill, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha, you're going to get some showers and thunderstorms, but you're not going to have anything severe, so you don't have to worry about anything as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Let's see if anything new has popped up here. The severe thunderstorm warning, Jasper County, we are getting some quarter-size hail and spots. Let's switch over to Tulsa's. Nothing new there. Okay. Let me look at a model here real quick. I'm just letting you guys hang on with me, and then we'll kind of go back over everything that's going on. Okay. Go through a few comments here. Let's see. 7? I'm going to assume. Charter? How's Neosho area looking? Should we hit the basement? No, this isn't much of a tornado situation. Always with severe thunderstorms, you can get a random spin up, but this is not a setup for tornadic activity. You can't rule it out, but chances are it's not going to happen. Now, Tuesday could be a little bit different, so we want to keep our eyes on that. We're going to definitely talk about that a little bit more. Let's see. Channel. You got struck by lightning. I did. I was 12 years old. I was at Lake of the Ozarks. Got struck by lightning. Not a big fan of it. So if there's lightning out there, I'm not going to be outside. Let's see here. Yep, Gabby. Most of the metro is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, Glenn wants to know if the lights will go out. Probably not. I mean, we're getting a little bit of wind out of these storms, but it's usually the wind that takes out the power. I think these are going to be more hail makers. Let's see. A lot of people just talking about the lightning that's coming in. Linda wants to know about Anderson, Mack County, Newton County, Berry County, Benton County. You are all going to get storms, but you're going to have to wait a bit, probably 2 hours before most of those showers and thunderstorms really get into extreme southern parts of Missouri and also northwest Arkansas. Let's see. Vanessa, the next storm is about to hit south of Columbus. Yes, and we're going to look at that here in just a second. Let's see. Jason wants to know if the Tuesday event's going to be like what we had in 2019. 2019, if you guys remember, on the anniversary of the Joplin tornado, so May 22nd, 2019, we had the Carl Junction tornado, where it was an EF3 tornado. It's interesting because if the cap can break, so when I say a cap, that's a warm layer of air above the surface. Thunderstorms, so it's like having a lid, so thunderstorms, they can't get through the cap. But if the cap breaks, they explode, and you get a lot of thunderstorms that have very large hail and, of course, tornadoes. Tuesday has a much, much higher threat for tornadoes across the region if the cap can break. So I'm really going to dive into that as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow, and, of course, into Tuesday as well. All right, so I'll get back to some more comments here in just a second. Let's tour and see what's going on. All right, in the orange, severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m. It's midnight right now. In the yellow, we got severe thunderstorm warning, southern parts of Barton County, Jasper County, eastern parts of Cherokee County, and then once you get into Oklahoma, Nowata, and also Washington County. You can see this line has really come together, so it's moving into it's on the north side of the metro, so that's where most of our population is. You can see it's kind of slid just south of Pittsburgh. You will get, if you live in Pittsburgh, you will get some thunderstorms. Severe threat is a little bit lower in our kind of central and northern counties. But these are increasing. They are intensifying. I do think they will continue to intensify for about the next hour or hour and a half, and then things will start to calm down just a bit later on tonight. So mainly after 1:30 or 2 o'clock, things will still have some strong storms, but they'll start to come down just a little bit. All right, let's zoom in here. Again, all these storms are moving east. At about 30 miles per hour. So Stockton Lake, so if you live Greenfield, Lockwood, you will get into the action here in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Cedar over toward just south of Lamar. So here's I-49, Lamar to Jasper to Carthage. Intense cell from just north of Jasper. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. Most of the north side of the metro, it's just kind of moderate to heavy rain, but we're not seeing really anything too intense, even though you are in the severe thunderstorm warning. Now, this guy, just north of Baxter, he's kind of strong. I mean, we got quarter-size hail in it, so just to the west of Galena. Let me see exactly the direction here. So it's kind of lifting, so I'm going back about 15 minutes, and we'll go to now. So it's kind of lifting east-northeast. So this is really going to clip, and this does have hail in it. Galena, let's say the west side of Joplin, Schiffendecker, 7th, kind of just south of Carl Junction, then through Webb, Oronogo, and probably over toward Carthage. So we got to watch that cell. Again, none of these really have much of a tornadic signature, which is great because we don't want tornadoes and we definitely don't want them at night. These are just going to produce some really gusty quick first. Upstate South Carolina this week. Rod, I haven't looked at South Carolina. I will for you. Projecting it Thursday. You'll probably get into severe weather. Late Wednesday, Thursday. Let's see here. Carroll and Nevada. Most of the storms are south of Nevada. You'll get some showers and thunderstorms, nothing severe, so that's good. Let's see here. Go a little bit deeper here. Yeah, my internet kind of dropped off a little bit, so we were buffering there for a minute. All right, let's see here. But I think I still have you guys with me. And if not, I can stop and start again. Okay, still severe thunderstorm warnings. We are looking at southern parts of Barton County. This is until 12:45 in the morning. Jasper County, eastern parts of Cherokee County. So these are moving into Joplin. They're kind of on the north side of Joplin, but they're going to really start picking up as we go through the next 15 to 20 minutes. Let's see. Hail, we're seeing about quarter size hail. It's scattered, so I mean these storms don't have widespread hail, which is great. I always get messages from roofing companies because they want hail because it makes them get more business. But we're going to get some pretty good hail out of some of these storms. Let's see. Charlie wants to know about Springfield, Missouri. Springfield. You have some storms popping up near you, but the biggest line is not going to affect Springfield until 45 minutes to an hour. And we're also looking at large hail and gusty winds. Again, we're not seeing much of a tornado threat here, which is great. Let's zoom in. Let's see what's going on in Oklahoma. Nowata, you're really getting into the action. Bartlesville, still a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. These extend farther south, just to the north of Tulsa. Tulsa is going to get showers and thunderstorms, but the heaviest is going to skirt just to the north of Tulsa over the next couple hours. Let's see here. Looking through some comments. Tornado threat again, guys, very low. Yes, we still do have the severe thunderstorm warning for Jasper County. In fact, I'll move the radar here when I'm looking back at some of these comments. The west side of Joplin's really going to pick up here pretty quickly here. Let's see here. I'll go through a few comments. We'll tour around some more. I got nothing to do. Let's see. It's funny how you guys kind of talk to each other on here. Brent. Man, we need a pass rusher. I hope the Chiefs take a pass. I hope they do a pass rusher and then maybe a cornerback. We need a stud wide receiver. For sure. A lot of people talking about how this time of the year sucks. Yeah. What time do I sleep? I kind of sleep when we don't have weather. Normally, I sleep from about 1 to 9 o'clock in the morning. That's kind of my normal shift. All right, let's see if there's anything new. Let me look at chat here. We have National Weather Service chat line. So it's storm chasers, meteorologists, emergency management, spotters. So we kind of all write on this little forum what's going on. So it's real easy to tell what you're getting within a storm. Let's see, I'm looking at the Tulsa room. So the storms out toward Bartlesville are still producing winds 60 to 65 and then about quarter-inch hail. So, I mean, we can handle this. All right, let's go. Let's see. Yes, it is. So I got Nick at the station. Nick does the weekends. He was talking about our polygon in Lebec County. Let's look at that. Oh, my gosh. Look at this tiny little warning. And this tiny little guy. So they warn, well, it's a warning for Chautauqua pretty much, but pretty intense. So we got quarter-size hail in here, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. So southeastern parts of Lebec County. So this is going to roll in southwestern parts of Cherokee County here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's, let's see, getting a little intense toward Galena. A lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. So every time you see these lightning bolts, these are an actual strike to the ground. So there's a lot of electricity within these storms. Severe thunderstorm warning continues eastern parts, Cherokee County until 12:45. Joplin proper really hasn't seen much yet. just some rain, some thunder, some lightning, but nothing too intense. Carthage, you're still kind of skirting around it. Webb City, Oronogo, Carl Junction, it's been, it's okay. It's nothing too intense, but nothing we can't handle. But we're going to continue to watch these. Let's see, new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's look at this one. So this is going to be for eastern parts of Barton County. And then, let's see, Lawrence-Dade County. Zoom in here. Greenfield, Golden City. And this is for winds at 60 and quarter-size hail. So that new warning. So now we're looking at Dade County, Barton County, Jasper County, Cherokee County, that little sliver in Lebec County, and then Nowata County and Washington County in Oklahoma. Again, if you live north of this line, so let's really just kind of okay, so from this arrow north, you don't have to worry about any severe weather. So that includes Fredonia, Neodesha, Chinook, Iola, Yates Center, Fort Scott, Erie, really from Girard north over toward Nevada. You don't have to worry about any severe weather tonight. So this is all going to be along and south of I-44. Let's see, what's new here? Just so you know, I'm reading at the same time here. Yeah, so the Barton, Dade, Jasper, we got winds right at 60 and a 1-inch hail. Let's go up here. Let's see. Is it Brianna? Let's maybe check hail size. All right, let's look at hail size here. Okay, so we got, see this big blue blob? So that is hail, which is working into the region. Let me take that off there so you can see better. So this is on the west side of Galena. We are looking at quarter-size hail, so size of a quarter. Usually won't ding up your car. That's kind of about where the extent, may put some small dents in, but that's kind of the extent of what a car can take. Usually quarter-size hail does not affect your roof too bad, but anything bigger than quarter-size hail, so we're looking, the size of a quarter, anything bigger than that, that starts causing some issues. You can see it's kind of advanced just a little bit off toward the east. All right, let's see. In fact, I'll zoom out and see if we have any more hail in any of these guys. We are getting hail right around Chatopa. Let's look at that. See what we're getting there. Also, quarter-size hail. So at least we haven't seen anything bigger, because I know some of these storms, they do have the potential that they could drop upwards of golf ball size hail, which we don't want. But at least right now we're all at quarter-size hail. I can tell by the color, north of Nowata is also quarter-size hail. So these are all quarter-size hail. A little bit bigger up here. Let's take a look at him. All right, so southwest side, Stockton Lake. Let's see how big this hail is. Well, so it's on the upper end of quarter-size hail. Got me all excited there. All right, let's go back to radar and see what's going on. So at least we're not seeing anything bigger than quarter-size hail right now, which is good. All right, lightning. Zoom out. Man, it is pouring at my house. Okay, still the same warnings. Joplin's starting to pick up a little bit. Look at all the thunder and lightning with that storm. So Galena into the west side of Joplin. So I would say from about Maiden Lane west, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. So here's Schiffer-Decker Park. So rain really picking up. Galena. The most intense is just north of Galena, but it's pretty intense. Let's see, the one out towards Chitopa looks like it has weakened just a hair, but it's, well, just literally a hair. It's still pretty intense. All right. Let me see if there's anything new. Then I'll go through some comments here. So nothing new, nothing new, nothing new. Let's see. Means you're making money. So, I mean, that's what we all do. We're trying to make money. So, YouTube can archive it. It's a little bit more stable. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll still do some Facebook. All right, so I'm going to jump off here real quick, and I will get back on here in 1 second, and then we'll kind of cover everything. I need to run to the restroom, so we're going to jump off.